all about the team.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. I am here because, you guys, the sisterhood is acting up again. Okay? The sisterhood of single women from singledom are acting up all over again. You know, the same sisterhood that is a part of women keeping women single. The same sisterhood that if a man does not follow the certain narrative that they are pushing, that they are going to go against that man and try to tear down his livelihood, his relationship. Yeah, that same sisterhood is acting up in a time that they're supposed to be celebrating and supporting the world's greatest gymnast of all time, Simone Biles. Okay, Simone Biles has gone to lead Team USA to gold. She has, you know, in the same time of leading her team to gold, has continuously broken records and broken history again and again and again. And, you know, within this space, there were some, there was a lot of criticism or backlash that her husband was receiving for supporting his wife as she was performing and, again, breaking records, making history. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to go ahead and go right into all of the things that I've seen on social media. But first off, I want to start off with Simone Biles' stats in history of all time, especially after her great performances that she just recently did in the past 2 days. Simone Biles records. With 30 medals, Simone Biles is the most decorated gymnast in the World Championships history. Simone Biles has the most world gold medals at 23. Simone Biles has the most world all-around titles, 6 in the women's competition. Simone Biles' 9 Olympic medals are the most Olympic medals won by an American gymnast. And in 2022, Biles was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Joe Biden. So recently, I just watched Simone Biles' documentary on Netflix. If you have not watched it, I would recommend you guys watching it. It was an amazing watch. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm a documentary person, so I truly enjoyed it. And if you are, you would as well. We learned a lot about her background, her history, her story from her upbringing, like so many intricate details about her and her life that I thought was really awesome to see, because a lot of times we see these people on the world stages and we see them on the Wheaties box and we see them all over, but it's almost like you don't have that sense of connection until you really, really know from whence they came, right? So I saw the documentary. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was amazing. I've also watched a lot of her interviews, after she has led Team USA to gold, literally immediately after. And everything that I see from her exudes humility, right? Like, she just gets it. She doesn't walk around with these medals thinking that, like, she's a hot shot, or she's, telling everybody every chance she gets that she's the best to ever do it, and, don't want to let you forget it. Like, no, she just exudes just this inner confidence. And it's like, obviously she is gifted in a way that, she can close her eyes and basically do the things that she's doing. However, whenever she comes across, it's just from, again, like a humble standpoint. And that transcends even more than just her talking about gymnastics. It transcends even when she's speaking in terms of her relationship and her husband.
Right, because the other day I said, you know what, in a couple years, nobody is going to call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owen's wife.
Something that I absolutely love, right? Because you can be the best, you can be the this, but if you are arrogant and egotistical and nasty, don't nobody want to be around you. Okay? Nobody likes that. What I thought was very, very interesting was that, if you guys are unaware, I'm sure most of you know, but just in case you're unaware, maybe about a year ago or maybe a couple months ago, Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens, did an interview in which, they called him up to do an interview about himself. Okay. So he was asked to come onto a platform and do an interview in which the interview then turned into a Simone Biles questionnaire.
How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? How did you do that, bro? Man.
I'm not saying that, They're not going to ask Jonathan Owens about his wife, again, being that she is the greatest gymnast of all time. However, what I noticed in that interview was that as they started to ask Jonathan Owens about Simone Biles, it became a kind of like, she should be or is the leader of the household based off of the things that she has accumulated throughout her professional career, right? So it was kind of like making a mockery of like, who's the quote unquote prize in the relationship. It turned into kind of like a battle of the two, where then, one interviewer had to kind of butt in and say, hey, don't let these people break up you guys' happy home based off of what they're trying to infiltrate and say in the relationship.
People bring that don't do that. I'm not trying to bring them nowhere, Freddie.
However, I thought it was quite interesting because after that interview went extremely viral, Jonathan Owens, again, Simone Biles' husband, faced so much backlash on social media. Okay, he was facing backlash from the Sprinkle lady. He was facing backlash from the feminist community. He was catching strays left, right, and center because he stated that he believes that men are the prize in the relationship.
Jonathan's viral interview where he said he had no idea who you were and the internet went insane.
How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
Oh, so you was really the catch in...
I always say the men are catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah.
After he went viral for saying those things, and after he received all this backlash from all different type of platforms, right, from TikTok to TV show talk hosts to all over the place, Simone Biles then did an interview and doubled down on the fact that she also believed that her husband was the prize.
Then I go on Twitter and everybody's like, divorce this man, he's mean. And I'm like, he's the sweetest. And he never said I wasn't a catch. He said he was a catch because he is. I've never met a man like him. A lot of people that meet him are like, oh my gosh, like I want a man like that.
I thought it was very interesting that so many people were riding this bandwagon of, the Jonathan Owens hate train of we don't like him, we don't know who he is, and if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even know him, and all these things. There were so many people who were saying that, but at the same time, if we're honest about it, just because a person is amazing in their career does not make them a great spouse. We cannot conflate the two. One has nothing to do with the other. Just because a person has won all these awards or has done all these things in a championship does not mean that would equate to that person being an amazing partner, or would mean that person is essentially the prize in a relationship. She doubled down. She was like, actually, he is the prize. Because I've never met anybody like him, and me being who I am, this is the only person that I could feel comfortable being in a space that I knew that this person would be able to lead me.
Excited to cheer Simone on. Let's got to the venue. Let's go.
As much as Simone Biles came out waving her flag, telling the feminist movement, telling the sprinkle movement, telling all these women to kind of calm down and simmer down, they haven't listened. So much so that as to recently, when her husband literally took off time from training for his own career, everybody forgets that this man has his own career. Whether he is the most decorated or the this or the that, it does not matter. He has his own thing going on the same way that she has her thing going on. When this man took off of work to go there to be supportive to his wife, people were outraged.
He gave up the team's training to accompany his wife to the Paris Olympics.
They're making fun of him. They're making him into memes. They're laughing at him because he's literally sitting down and writing down her stats. Like, all this stuff is so comical to everybody. They tried to even say things like, oh, he finally knows his place.
Jonathan Owens, he's at the Olympics keeping scores like you're supposed to. Thank you. Like you're supposed to keep them scores. I just saw him. I saw a clip and he has his little notebook, he has his little pen. I'm like, yeah, do that. Keep the scores as she collect them medals. And don't be going on no podcast talking crazy.
Then they had the audacity to be upset that Simone Biles put her medals around her husband's neck. I need everybody to follow me. Not her boyfriend, not her spring fling, not somebody that she just met, not Pookie them, her husband. When we go back and we watch what happened, you know, in the situation that occurred with Simone Biles in 2020, based off of, you know, everything that happened in the Olympics, she was not able to perform because of her mental health and all those things. When we watch, you know, the documentary and we've seen the important part that her family structure plays into her performance, only women who are in strong, upstanding relationships or have ever been, only the women who understand the magnitude of having the man in your life, a man who is leading you, who's guiding you, who's protecting you, who's covering you, who is there when you can carry your emotions to him on a silver platter and he will articulate them in a way and give them back to you so that you know what to do with them. Only the women who have experienced that level of relationship will understand why she felt the need to take her medals off and put them on him. Because yes, I am the championship. Yes, I am the greatest of all time. Yes, I hold the weight and I hold, the America on my back when it comes to gymnastics. However, you are the one who holds me.
Popular opinion, but I do not see a problem with Jonathan Owens wearing Simone's medal in that picture. I remember seeing the men's team being reunited with their family and all of them were like putting their medals on their moms and their dads. Like, you helped me get here. You helped me win this medal. Like, this is for you too. And I feel like Jonathan helped Simone make her comeback. So I honestly don't see a problem with it. She is letting him celebrate her win with her because he helped her get there. But I know that that's a really unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel.
This is something very key that a lot of women are missing. I have to say people too, because there was some men who were coming for him as well. Just like we saw in the interview. Although it was, quote unquote fun and games, there was seriousness in their jokes.
Biles is lucky. For what? Because she took a chance. She lucky because she wouldn't have all that. He would never be as good as a safety as this little is as a gymnast.
When you see the things that she's gone through, her childhood traumas and all the above, a lot of people would not understand the weight in which that man carries on a daily basis as he's still venturing off and doing his own things. Hence why she doubles down and says, yes, I know he's surprised. Because even though he's saying it, the reason why I can't conflate is because I wholeheartedly agree. Because he does things that you guys could never even imagine. He holds me down in ways that you guys cannot see because all you see is the medals. But you don't see the person behind the medals. What's so interesting to me is that, we always hear all these boss chicks and, there's always, these boss chicks, they always talk about they don't need a man, they can do battle by themselves. But then it goes to show that this sisterhood is also pushing that narrative on women who don't feel the same way. They want Simone Biles to be the type of woman that says, I could do battle by myself kind of woman. I don't need no man. They're pushing that narrative onto her. And because she's rejecting it, they're constantly attacking her husband for it.
Think the man is the catch. Have you met other men? It is much harder because she said she did football pre-training. She killed it. He tried one of her workouts and couldn't do it.
Now, a lot of this, animosity stems from the fact that Simone Biles' husband mentioned in that interview that he did not know who she was when the two of them first met.
So before I started dating my boyfriend, he didn't know who I was.
I also said in that original interview that I reacted to, I also did not know. Okay, I did know who Gabby Douglas was because I watched, Once in a Blue, or I would see certain commercials or whatever the case is. Around the time that Simone Biles' rise her rise to fame, I was not watching the Olympics. I was not watching sports. I was not watching anything that was kind of going on. But I did see her face and I saw some kind of familiarity. And then I found out, oh yeah. Though I know that she was an Olympian, I did not know her statistics. I did not know she was the greatest of all time. But to be fair, if you ask me about a lot of people, I wouldn't know either. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I wouldn't know. He said that he did not know who she was. She has also said in interviews prior to his interview that went so viral that he did not know who she was. So it's the same story, same trend. I don't see the need for him to have to lie about that. I would not see the need to lie about not knowing who she is. There's no crime. Obviously, that didn't stop them from being in a relationship. That actually probably helped the fact that they were able to be in a relationship, because she was not in a relationship with a fan. She was in a relationship with a man who knew who he was. Also, in that same relationship where he said he did not know who she was, to add insult to injury, he had the audacity to let everybody know that she chased him.
It matched. I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like him, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She always say we match.
No,
first.
baby, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah, you messaged me. She messaged. She wasn't scared. She wasn't scared. I give it.
I know what I like and I know what I want.
Now, how are people going to be mad at the fact that that's the truth? Like, how are you mad that she chased this man to be in a relationship with him? You know why they're so upset about that? You know why they're so upset that he exposed those things? Because it allowed all these other career women to know, all these I could do bad all by myself boss chicks to know that it does not matter what kind of things that you obtain, how good you are in your career, how many dollars you have in the bank. It does not take you above reproach. It does not make it so that you are in a space that you do not have to still do the work in relationships. Bottom line. A lot of these women talking about like, oh, you know, these masculine men, where the masculine men at? Oh, you know, I don't understand where all the masculine men keep going. I don't understand, you know, where all the masculine men disappearing to. I don't understand what's going on with all these masculine men. But at the same time, singing the boss chick tune, what they really want is a yes man. These boss chicks want a man that says, yes, you could do whatever you want to. Happy wife, happy life. I'll bow down to you. I'll kiss your feet. You're the prize. You are the number one in the relationship. You should be this. You should be glorified. We need to go get the rose petals and throw them at your feet. You know, I'll pay for everything, even if I can go broke myself. Like, that's the kind of person that they want. And if you do not fit in that narrative, they will ban you. Again, this goes to show that the sisterhood delights in misery at a time that people should be clapping for her. Again, the sisterhood say that they support women. The feminist movement says it supports women, but in a time that she should be getting admiration and support, you guys are disrespecting her husband. You're taking the shine off of her and the amazing things that she has accomplished and done, and putting negative highlight on her husband. Her husband. Not somebody that you got to sleep in the bed with. Not somebody that you are in a relationship with. The person who we're supposed to be celebrating, that's a part of her. To support her is to support her relationship. But a lot of these women in the sisterhood, again, women keeping women single, are very phony. Very phony. Oh, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Oh, we love them together. Oh, how cute. Oh, he cried when she walked down the aisle. Oh, he's such a good man. This man turns around and says he's the prize. And as a matter of fact, he said men are the prize, and they are outraged. They were like, oh, no, I can't believe he did that. Now he's supporting his wife, as he should. He's writing her stats down. He's cheering her on from the sidelines. She goes up to her man. She kisses him, hugs him, puts the medals around his neck, and y'all are still mad at him. Going to show that y'all can't be pleased. I'm super proud of Simone. I'm very, very proud of her. Again, you feel like a different sense of connection with people when you watch their documentaries, because you know, like, again, where they're coming from, their story of their come up. One thing I love about her so much, again, her humility, as well as her standing firm in her space as a wife. and saying, I don't care what I've accomplished. I don't care. Y'all are not going to, one, come in between my husband and I, but also, yes, I believe that the man is the leader of the relationship. I believe he is the catch. I believe he is the prize, and I'm standing on that, and I'm loving the space that I'm in to be a supportive wife to my husband. Because she could have easily crumbled based off of all the ambush that she was getting on social media, and she didn't. That says a lot about her. That says a lot about her character, and I support that. I support them. I don't think he did nothing wrong anyway. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.